So a lot of the questions I get from my clients is basically, does protein shakes make me fat, or does adding any type of protein make me fat? And one of the big things, and you have to understand, there is a difference between gaining fat and gaining weight. I'm gaining weight, but I'm not necessarily gaining fat. And that's one of the big issues here, is that sometimes you might be gaining weight, but you're not necessarily going up in fat, and you kind of want to break those two apart, and that's kind of one of the first things we try to do in these videos. In this case, what you want to be thinking is, whenever I'm adding protein in, am I taking something else out? Because remember, ladies, the equation for weight loss, and kind of most of you ladies are focused on weight loss, is pretty simple. Your goal is one of two things. Eat less, and or pretty much burn more. If you can do both, that's kind of what some people do. They end up seeing tremendous amounts of weight loss really quick. On the other hand, you'll see some people not really do a diet and they're just focusing on the burning more, and that helps. And on the other end, some people not really working out, but they're eating less, and that helps too. But in this equation more here, remember what happens is, as you start eating less and less, even when you're adding protein shake in and it comes in later in your diet, is that less from where you used to be eating before you took the protein shake in? Basically, just say you're eating your regular meals, so you're eating 3 meals normally per day. And all of a sudden you add a protein shake in. You've simply added an extra meal, so now instead of 3 meals per day, you're eating 4 meals per day. So of course you're going to have a lot more in terms of the gaining weight, because you're basically eating more per week. So your general idea is, if you decide to add a protein shake, really make sure you've worked out, or make sure you simply subtract a meal, and that's normally what I recommend most of you do, is don't really focus on how much you burn, because whether or not you burn, you still want to be losing weight. Your goal here is mainly to focus on, if I ate 3 meals per day, I want to make sure I eat 2 meals plus protein shake. If I'm normally eating 5 meals per day, I want to make sure I'm eating 4 meals plus protein shake. And that's the general idea here. Protein doesn't necessarily make you fat, especially protein shakes. It's simply the fact that you're kind of just adding it in instead of replacing it with something.